All right, for this one, we're going to be showing it's a counterbalance style rescue that he's going to be using a Grion with that he brought up with him to help facilitate the rescue. This one works out really well if the rescuer is around the same weight or even heavier, especially, then the victim works out really well since it's a counterbalance versus the other one. The other one, the first one we showed, has a tendency to work a little bit better for when the rescuer is smaller than the victim.
Okay, so just like the last rescue, I'm going to get everything set up the same way. So I'll take their descending device, all right, come around, make sure everything's lined up cleanly. Take their descending device and rig it into their backup line currently. All right, and get most of the slack out, just like on the last one. Okay, we'll take their backup device and transfer it over now. Since this will become what will be their main line, we'll transfer that over to give them 2 points of contact. Okay, so as you can see there, now I'll take his handle, and as you can see, we basically are just getting him prepped to get him into descent. I'll take the handle, hook it on just above his descending device. I'll take a carabiner to the top of that, and then the Grion is going to go from my central. It's going to go through that carabiner that's going to his handle, and then into his sternal. The goal here is to get as much of the slack out of the Grion line. So then what I'm going to do is descend on my descender, which will inevitably help lift. Give input force into that. So now I'll just take it, lift up, pull his chest ascender out, and now at this point you'll notice I'm much lower than he is. That is a normal thing to happen with this style of picking him off. So now, take a little bit of the slack out of the system, and then you can lower out of the Grion. All right, so from there, I'll just de-rig the system that I had set up just now. Stow it away and make it look clean. And now as you can see, he is now in descent, I'm completely into descent, and now I'll just do a pick off from descent. So my first point of attachment will go from his sternal to the spine side of my descender carabiner. And use my progress adjust. As a second point, I'll take that and go lower, and then get the slack out of that. So from here, all I have to do is lower him into my system now. Nice and controlled, watching. At this point, it's critical to watch your carabiners and make sure, since you do have 4 connectors sitting in that point, to make sure that one doesn't get crossed up like you see there or something of that nature. So just nice and slow, lowering him into my system. From there, once you have slack in that descender, pull it out completely. All right. Take his ASAP, take it off at this point. So now his ropes are completely free and clear. I'm just on the ones that I started with now. With the clutch, you don't need that friction carabiner like we mentioned before, but we throw it in just for good measure and extra control. I'm going to get to this point. I'm going to leave him still suspended so that medical can do their thing. I will back away from the system, and that's your level 1 rescue scenario.